Hello and welcome to the IDL. My name's Nick, and this is Gluttony and Earth. And who am I joined by today? Well, he only writes in cursive. It's Kyle.
No.
Have you ever taught cursive, Kyle? You are a Zoomer.
What does that mean?
Velcro is his favorite pastime. It's Adam.
Sometimes I'm just really thrown for a loop by the introductions.
Some they stick. It's a good time, I guess. He review bombs any movie that doesn't have a dolly shot in it. It's BakaZombie.
It's big Hollywood trying to remove the dolly shot from my movies. I ain't having it.
And he has 2 left feet and has been crippled by his shoe budget. It's Kane.
I'm as anxious as a fart you can't trust. Like those farts that you're afraid that you're gonna poop. I feel like that.
Why?
Wouldn't the person be anxious, not the fart?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I don't think the fart would be anxious.
Have you ever stopped to ask?
I don't think you can speak for farts.
Trust me,
Yeah,
I can speak
you don't get
for
to
farts.
say how the fart is feeling.
Any fart who tells me it's any of its emotions, I just say, no, you're not. I let it bury deep down its problems. And speaking of problems, I think it's time we hit up that recap.
Cute.
So last time, Endien and Thellum pulled up the rope in the rope room.
That's all Endien did.
Letting the sea serpent free, and it was kind of a waiting game for them as they wait for a chance to escape and take action. However, in the meantime, out in the throne room, the king and his men were wailing on Darius and Temenos. Even at some point, the priest using a lightning attack on the 2 of them and the serpent. Well, Darius, however, was attempting to knock out all the smaller minions to get less attacks focusing on them and less chances to be hit. And Temenos was healing, but ultimately was knocked down a lot. Endien, when finding a chance to get out of the room, dropped down and used her grappling arrow on the king. She wanted to try and distract some things by tying that rope to the sea serpent, hoping that would, cause some ruckus for the time being. However, she tying water underwater, it was a little too slippery. The rope was not good, and she could tell it was not a great plan at the moment. Darius was able to get the ring back from one of the minions, and the king tried to get him to show where the portal is, and then eventually trying to get the ring from him, saying he would spare Temenos if he gave him the ring. And Darius, as per usual, with most every combat, just backtalks. This go at the king a little bit. He got irritated, and so to show off his power, he broke open this sealed box with a crystal heart inside, and it emanated this aura of hostility and for Endien familiarity. And it then also gave out a massive pulse of negative energy, harming everyone but the king in some capacity. However, Darius, or most people like Endien and Darius, or Temenos, were dropped in this fight, and Darius, whispering to Pazuzu, Pazuzu says, "I can't do anything, bring me to Thellum." And he says, "Thellum, come down here and get your ring so Pazuzu can do something." Then we had Endien roll a death save. She didn't need to. She has air bubble on and her periapt of wound closure. No save required. She's stable, just underwater. However, it is time for Thellum then. What will you do?
Darius is directly below me?
Sorry, I've got... Let me just move the serpent to the back on this map. Oh god, there's still too many people.
Yeah, this is a real shit show of a battle map.
Let me just...
We said this last time.
We keep saying this, I just...
And it hasn't improved.
I fixed it. Yeah, well, I mean, you're... Is that where you were trying to head, was right below the rope, or was it... Or did you just get... Because I know, you probably have space, I just didn't know what your movement was, since you're being surrounded by enemies.
I mean, when I moved, I didn't... I only had to worry about purple, because I had already punched the king away.
Yeah.
I think I have to be in that square, because otherwise I wouldn't have been able to punch purple. I still have to remain within melee of purple. So yeah, where I'm at is good.
Okay. So he's like you drop down and then he's a little bit from there. I guess you are, because you're just in the air. So it's I'd say he's about 15 feet away, maybe.
Thellum will descend down in his bubble. And... Oh, well, I guess I don't really know. I'll ask Darius. Oh, wait, no, you said you had the ring, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll hold out my hand.
Yeah. As I hand it over, I don't resist or anything like that, I'll continue to say in Primordial, I can pay the debt, whatever it is, there, buddy. Just work it through Thellum.
I'm not letting you pay the price for this.
Thellum, I will pay the debt. I'm the only one who doesn't owe him. Do something.
Okay, I already had a plan in mind, so I go inside the ring.
Okay, poof. You poof in the ring.
I grab it again, and I say once again, Thellum, this better fucking be the plan if you just fucking, you son of a bitch.
Just crushes the ring in his hand.
I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill everyone here.
You appear in the room and you see a frustrated Pazuzu on his chair, rubbing his eyes and the bridge of his nose as he's clearly agitated I'd say agitated, but it's more just clearly there is a stressful situation going on. This is probably the most stressed you've probably seen Pazuzu ever.
I ask for your help one last time. In exchange for half of my lifespan.
We are in a very terrible situation, Thellum.
That we are.
The irresponsibility to just wave around this ring to people.
You pushed me to this point. I wanted answers, and you weren't giving me any.
There was nothing you needed to know, Thellum. It is all things unrelated to you. Is that what you wanted to hear? All of this is unrelated to you. You found yourself in a unlucky situation of ending up in Nimrud. And I got us out and away and saved your life, Thellum. I was trying to give you a nice, peaceful life, unworrying about anything involving any of this. But you kept having to try and push and push and push about these things, and now look where we are. The horde, the swarm below this temple is likely to burst open at any moment, to come and swarm and chase after once again. But this time, it is not just you in here, Thellum. It's not just you who I can guide and make things work. You have your friends who foolishly allowed you to do this. And now they are near the brink of death because of that. That king over there, mutated, disgusting, terrible, fishy pile of vile mess, has been corrupted by the demon Lamashtu. And Lamashtu wants nothing more than to corrupt and seek havoc. He has the heart of Lamashtu, and it is but nothing but pain down here. She feeds on their hubris, and she wants nothing more, especially now that she realizes that I am here. She is going to try and seek to absolutely destroy me. Which means destroying all of you as well. If you want out, your friends need to go. They need to leave. I can help you keep them safe. With your help, Thellum, if that is where we are at with this, I can seal the portal from this side, as it were. So you have two options, Thellum, that I can give you. You and I can leave. We just go. And we don't ever have to think about this place again. Perhaps we use your adoptive mother's ritual to summon a meteor and destroy this place permanently. Or two, you can let your friends escape and we seal it off from this side.
What about you?
We will be on this side. And
is that what you want?
No. Not in the slightest. Make your choice. It's either us or your friends.
I got them into this. Got them out.
He materializes a dagger. You're going to want to need to use this.
For them, right? What does it do?
It is a simple dagger.
Yep, I'll take it.
First things first. Leave the ring. Make sure everyone understands. Help Darius wrangle your friends and bring them down to the outer ring. Just run. Don't worry about them. Just run. Your only chance is to ignore them and go. The serpent won't fit, and then you'll just have to deal with the king and his priest.
And you're just gonna stay back?
We're going to stay back. Well, I suppose your friends will make it through, and it will be me who will stay back. Unfortunately, my powers have been greatly sealed and diminished for thousands of years since I've been trapped in this thing. But, and he swirls around him, the Heart of the Nightmare, the Silver Dragon Egg, or the two of those two. Preferably when I take your body, this will work.
So the dagger is for myself?
Yes, Thellum.
Thellum nods. Okay. Okay. I'll do my best to get them out of here. And just please do close it. The portal, I mean.
That's my plan.
He'll give Pazuzu, a handshake. Even though he's gigantic.
Yeah. I'm sorry things worked out this way, Thellum. I, again, did not want... I tried to give you a nice, peaceful life.
I think. No. Thank you for extending my life. But it seems like it was meant to be this way. With that, he'll give it a good shake and pop out of the ring.
What's the plan? What we gotta do?
Run. Grab Endien. Oh, wait, you're closer to Temenos. You grab Temenos, I'll grab Endien.
Alright. Turn, so.
Yeah. It is the priest's turn, however. The priest is going to swim over to Thellum and try and give him...
Knock him out. Anyway, he has no HP.
I don't know what Pazuzu thought was going to happen here.
Okay, he is going to try and shocking grasp you. Does a 16 hit?
No.
No. Okay. Then that is his turn because he cast a spell. Purple Marrow.
Grasp was a cantrip.
What?
Shocking Grasp was a cantrip. He gets bonus action spell.
I don't
Misty
think he has. No, he used all his second level spells. To hold persons in a mirror image, he couldn't use Misty Step.
Cast a high roll.
Cast. He blocks the path. The Purple Marrow is going, or the Fishman is going to take a claw at Darius. That's a miss. He's going to bite. 19's a miss. What the fuck am I thinking?
Still a miss.
Fishman misses. Temenos, I need a save. Oh, no, Sea Serpent. Sea Serpent is going to...
It's your resistance.
He's going to eat him.
You don't need to make a save, I eat you.
He's going to try and eat Darius.
Oh. All that armor? Can't be
Yeah.
good for the digestive tract. You should leave it
Probably
alone.
not. So that's a bite's a miss because that was a 13. A tail. Tail also misses because that's a
Quick smack on the
20.
ass on your way out.
Okay.
Can get like knocked prone or any nonsense after that nat 20.
Or stunned for a round.
I think he.
He's also just really fucking far away.
Oh yeah, he's not knocked down. He's just damaged a lot. Okay, now I need that save from Temenos.
He's already rolled 2 nat 1s. He's dead already. It doesn't matter. Just leave him behind.
You're just carrying dead weight now.
Okay. That would be the king. The king is going to. Right. The king is going to shoot its water. It's gross water at Darius. I need a strength saving throw.
I'm going to burn more honor because of 13.
Okay.
I do not believe.
No, it's DC 17.
Okay. No.
No. Okay. So it's 28 acid damage. And you are yoinked.
Oh, stop yoinking him with your ropes, dude. I'm slanging ropes.
And he launches you over here. Knocked out?
Yes, I had 9 hit points.
R.I.P. us.
This is some fucking plan, Pazuzu. Glad you just told us to run without any actual intervention. So happy. So useful.
Let's kiss him on the lips.
As Darius is being yanked away before the acid does take him, he's cussing out Pazuzu. Just like every filthy thing he can say about him, just absolutely cussing him out in Primordial.
We need a kaiju mode moment here.
Thellum, I thought you'd get a little more time with them, but you need to do it now.
Damn, shit. First, deactivating the bubble, putting it on Endien. Well, I'm not. Endien can't activate it, so I'm putting it on her, like,
Yeah.
in her bag. And yeah, I do it. I will grab the dagger and stab it into my stomach. I don't want to do chest.
Oh, okay. don't go for like an instant death. I'd rather it hurt more and bleed out. Yeah, you stab this into yourself as you are bleeding out. You're losing consciousness as Pazuzu, your body. You know how, like, your arms, they have those cracks in them from all of those thunder punches. Those cracks start to light and crack open more, and it rides up your entire body. As from inside, like a shell being cracked open, not unlike the similarity of Sharuma crawling out of his vessel of Erica. Instead, however, a light shining cracks open your body as Pazuzu is reborn in this godly state. The three of you in your unconscious states feel a warm light over you, and from there we are brought to this room It's dark in the room. There's some glowing crystals in it, kind of giving a faint light to the area. But Darius, I think you're the first to wake up in this moment. You are in this dark room. There seems to be furniture. It's dry. It's cold in this room. And you see over on these other beds, and they're not beds like you'd think of from like any of the towns you've been to. They like this whole room. It seems a lot of weird material is like what it made of. So like you see it on two different beds. You see both a sleeping Endien and a sleeping Temenos. There is a window to this building. If you look outside, you see water. You see just in the darkness, you see like water, and you see kind of other glowing lights lighting up, and you see other buildings kind of in the distance, but you are underwater in some sort of building.
What? It's I think Darius does take a second and notices the lack of Thellum. And before even seeing that Endien and Temenos are breathing, just stands there for a moment and doesn't really know what this means, but is just a little shell-shocked at like what's happening where he's at now. But we got to get out of here now. So like, how deep underwater do we seem to be? Like, is there any sunlight? Like what?
There is no sunlight. You are very deep underwater.
Okay.
The only lights you see are the lights of this underwater city.
I think then, is there a door leading out of this room?
Yeah.
Darius basically posts up next to that door, ready for someone to come through it, and waits for Endien and Temenos to wake up. Because he's assuming that like he's not going to be able to wake him up, because whatever he went through, like this is something beyond just like shaking them awake. That's his initial assumption.
Okay.
How am I feeling? Like what? Like how? Like
Oh, right. I forgot. Yeah. Darius, you have exhaustion level 5.
Oh goodness.
You feel like you've just been hit by a truck, basically. Whatever you felt in the dark world after ending your thing, you feel significantly worse.
In that case, then I don't move off of the bed. My speed is 0.
Oh, your speed's 0. Okay, never mind then. I mean, you would still be able to see through the window.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna like just retcon that, but like, yeah, okay. Then you're kind of based in the bed. I think some time will pass. I don't think anyone necessarily comes and checks on you for a while. Endien and Temenos would wake up as well.
First thing is she's looking. How do I feel?
You feel like not good. I mean, you've been through an
mechanically,
huge,
so I know my limitations.
yeah, mechanically you're fine.
Okay,
It is just that like you're coming off of doing that.
Got unconscious. Yeah. I just didn't know if I had 5 levels of exhaustion or not.
No.
Okay.
That's a Darius thing.
That's a Darius thing. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. First thing she does is look around, kind of like prop herself up on her hands, slowly. she got harpooned and bit and stuff.
Yeah, you do have bandages on too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she like winces and puts her hand where the harpoon hit her and feels the bandage and is confused, but still her first. Where's Thellum?
No, I don't know. And Darius is barely propped up on his pillows.
Did he come out of the rope trick? Is he still in there?
Yeah, he came out, made some deal with Pazuzu. Said we should run. We didn't get the chance to run. I got yoinked by that son of a bitch again, and then I woke up here.
Well, if he got out of that ring, we can save him. Try to save him.
I don't know where we are. We're underwater still. I'm too weak to move right now.
Endien will get out of the bed and like shuffle her way, like stagger step her way over to the door if there's one.
Yes.
And then like creak it open slightly and peer into the hallway to see if she sees anybody either way.
Yeah, like I say, like the materials that you're seeing here, like a lot of the walls seem to be made out of like some form of stonework. Not necessarily like, it seems more smooth, not like brickwork. The door is made out of like a different substance, not wood necessarily, but so you peer out, and it looks like you are in. You're not seeing anybody. It seems like wherever you are, it's like not a big place. You see like some open area, being like the front of this building. Like there's like some furniture, again dry inside, but you're not really seeing like any people necessarily or hearing anyone even.
I'll slowly close the door and turn back. Maybe he's with whoever helped us. We seem to be at least relatively safe now. They helped us and we're not locked up at all.
He'd be here. He wouldn't leave us.
I know.
You know that, Endien.
I do.
Temenos begins to pray.
Should I go look for somebody?
I don't. And there's like real terror in Darius's voice, and like you haven't heard him say it like this, but he says, "Don't leave, Endien. Just not right now." I'm useless right now, Endien. Don't leave. Please.
Alright. Oh yeah. No, I'm in no shape to be wandering around anyway. It's just like is like fidgeting with her fingers, like using one hand to grab each finger and like twist it a little bit, and just like a nervous tick essentially, and then goes sit back on her bed. She sits for a second, but then eventually lays down. Just the pain coursing through her is too much to keep sitting up.
Endien, as you're fidgeting and you're adjusting, you see like an open like wardrobe almost, and you do see a lot of your guys' stuff in there.
Okay, that was going to be my next question. If I saw like my bow and all my stuff.
Yeah, so you like see the bow. Darius might notice you don't have your rings on, so like your armor ring, whatever. You see a lot of like a pile of like stuff in like loose stuff in there as well, including an orb, which you might recognize as Thellum's bubble.
Do I have my necklace on? Not the parapet. I mean, if I have the parapet on, that'd be nice to know as well. But my arcane focus is that still on me?
Basically all you have on you are your not even like your normal clothes, I guess, at this point. I think you might realize that you've been dressed in some like other loose robes and garments. So all of your stuff is in this wardrobe.
I'd go over to it then, get whatever energy I can muster up to get up again, stumble over there and dig through it to get my arcane focus. The necklace that has an owl feather in resin, and put that on, and then I'll pick up the orbs. Isn't this Thellum's?
Yes. Are my rings over there, Endien?
Yeah, yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's Thellum's orb.
And he had that with him, so he's here?
He's
Just clutching for any kind of hope.
He had it on him when I saw him last. I don't know why he would leave it behind, though.
Like she's trying to race through her brain, be like, well, that means he's here, but why would he leave it? That wouldn't make sense. And just like searching for any kind of answer that means Thellum's still here. Do you have anything else that she'd deem important to herself that she needs right now? I think in a moment of, like, obviously Temenos and Darius are here, so she's not alone, but just that feeling of Thellum being gone, she just grabbed the totem from Nathaniel as well, just for a little extra support before she goes back to her bed.
I think as time passes, it's several hours still yet of nobody coming to you guys. And then eventually Temenos catches like a whiff of someone.
Someone approaches.
Darius weakly sits up and starts to not necessarily like prepare a spell, but like he's doing what he can from his bed.
Endien also just had the thought of, oh, I have my megaphone. I could attack them. Whoops. But doesn't get up. Turns to face the door because she's kind of just looking away from everybody else.
Yeah. Yeah, you hear noise finally coming from like somewhere in this building, and then you hear footsteps coming towards the door, and then like pushes it open, and in walks in very concerned, which will quickly turn to surprise. It's this woman who, if you didn't know any better, you'd think was elven. But it seems as though she has a more greenish blue skin tone and gills, but has this long dark green hair as she is dressed in this like these kind of like a loose robe of sorts that's like a whitish color, like white, and she's she like thinks, and then she starts speaking in Elven. Which of you knows Elven?
Everyone,
Me.
but
Temenos does.
Temenos does.
I do. I'm an elf.
Okay. I don't know if you got rid of it.
I know Elvish.
Yeah, the two of you. You're awake. Oh, you're awake. Oh my gosh, I was so worried. It's been so long. I thought something like you weren't ever gonna get up. Oh my gosh. And she's like frazzled now.
Yeah,
like this immediately causes stress to her.
Her energy throws Endien off completely. It's just, there was an Earth Genasi with us. Is he here?
No, I just found the three of you a few days ago. You were just floating in the water.
Where are we?
You are. She's very frazzled, like trying to decide how to choose her words.
Like as she's like pausing and doing all this, Darius is like from his bed, like, what are y'all saying? What's going on?
She hasn't seen Thellum. She's hasn't told us where we are yet.
Fucking talk quicker then. You ain't the one that's been unconscious.
Does she seem to register what Darius is saying?
No.
Okay.
Like Darius has gone from feeble to pissed again.
She's lucky he can't move.
Just like trying to stand up and just like unsuccessfully like can't even get out of his bed.
You are in a safe place. I can't tell you where you are.
Shit.
Because you are outsiders and you shouldn't be here. But this is a secret. It's a secret that you're here. I can't tell you where though, because it's a secret.
Can you help us escape?
That you're here.
It's an escape situation, or are we?
I can when you're better and you're ready to go, I can make for passage. I know some people who are they're willing to help bring you back to the surface.
Like a smuggling situation, or they're okay to bring us to the surface situation?
Not a smuggling situation, but more... we're not supposed to talk to outsiders. And so it's just a kind of a tough situation. We have some... my friend Shingi, he is a druid, and he can bring you... he's helped others before. I know he'll help you get back to the surface, too.
All right.
Yeah. It just, but we'll wait for you to get better, because we have to wait anyway. So just, rest as you need to. I've got food. But it's just that we have to wait a little bit anyways before we can actually get you that ride.
How long do we have to wait for?
It can depend. We're waiting on another person, and they're doing something, and I don't know how long it's going to take them to do this. So it just, when they're done, then we'll have the four of you that we can send up together.
Well, thank you, my lady, for everything.
Who's the fourth?
The fourth is the person we're waiting for.
Oh,
you're welcome.
Okay. No, I don't want to sound ungrateful. We are very concerned about the Earth Genocide I mentioned. We don't know where he is.
I'm sorry, I didn't see anyone like that at all.
No need to apologize. I'm just alluding to why we are so anxious to be on our way, but I understand.
Okay, I'll get you food. Then she leaves, very frazzled still.
What in the fuck is going on?
Oh, and then she bursts back into the room. My name's Pop Tapa.
You say Pop Tapa?
Thank you, Pop
It's Tapa. All right. then she leaves.
Her name's Tapa.
Okay.
Seems nice.
We are we are in a secret civilization, secret location, somewhere they don't want disclosed.
But she's
So I
going to
can
help
see
us.
about that.
Well, yes, she's helping us, so I suggest we don't try pushing it, Darius. We have enough problems on our plate as he is.
You're right. You're right.
We have to wait for, they have a druid who's going to get us to the surface, so we have to wait until then, and then we can start looking for Thellum. But until then, stumble over to my magphone. And I'll send a message to Thellum's magphones. Thellum, where are you? We're alive. We don't know where we are, but where are you? All right? Send.
I mean,
just clutch it, waiting for any kind of response from him. Lay down again. Hold it to her chest. The best thing we can do now is rest and get better so we can leave sooner. She's bringing food.
All right. Can you bring me my stuff, Endien?
Yes. For a little bit again.
Yeah.
A little slower this time.
I would start essentially almost out of habit and for something to do, casting Identify on all of the various things we picked up in Nimrod.
Oh, hold on. I may be able to help you with something. Wait a little check. No, it doesn't cover exhaustion. Poo-poo.
Exhaustion is greater.
Yeah, I have lesser. Do I still feel poisoned? It's been a few days. I would hope not.
no, you're not poisoned.
Okay. Yeah.
Eventually, Tapa comes back with trays of food. It's various like fish and octopi and like plant life, things like that. Here's for you, and here's for you. It's probably going to be rough. You haven't been able to have solids for a while because you've been unconscious, but enjoy our food, our cuisine.
Thank you. Endien avoids the octopus to start because it's incredibly chewy and probably going to be hard for her to digest. Living up on liquids for days.
Yeah.
So mostly especially the fish that falls apart easier, she'll go for it. It eats very slowly, and it's very much the checking the magphone every 5 seconds with less enthusiasm every time.
Yeah. I think they're, again, identifying things, but then also just like Darius has already accepted that Thellum is gone. Like, he knows Thellum would be here if that was the case, if he could be here, and is just waiting for Endien to accept that, like not pushing or anything like that, but just kind of going along with it and knowing it'll take some time for her to come to that, and just like bracing himself for that. And I mean, with Temenos too, just like, yeah, Darius is probably quietly, like silently crying to himself, like tears going down his face, but just continuing to work and continuing to do things.
Temenos is going to enjoy his seafood. He likes the seafood, and knowing that Tapa is here to help, just gonna rest up, and then we'll meet up with him later.
God, you haven't had this good of seafood since your days with the red flags.
Oh yeah, he's like he's feeling good. Like, oh, just eat some good food, and then we'll meet up with Thellum, and then everything will get back to the surface, and everything will be fine.
What is? You keep looking at that device. What is it? Does it do something?
She kind of shrinks, knowing the the possibility of her being mad that I'm trying to connect with somebody outside of here.
Yeah.
Oh, it just like it lets me know if there's anything dangerous nearby.
Oh. You guys must have I don't know what kind of a terrible shipwreck you must have been in. God, be unconscious. I suppose you'd be unconscious. You were down in the depths of the ocean for some time. I'm sure anyone would lose consciousness. I tried to fix you guys out the best I could. Your friend here. What are all of your names?
Oh yes, sorry. I'm Endien. The man who's unable to speak with you is Darius. He doesn't speak Elvish.
Oh.
For a mouthful of fish, Temenos just looks up. I'm Temenos.
Temenos, Endien, Darius. Darius seems really bad off.
I like to think Darius is a different word in Elvish too, so he doesn't even know what we're talking about.
Yeah. Dilla Ekon Bodair. No, he's really bad off. I don't know what's wrong with him. It doesn't seem to be any external. He had external energies, but I don't think they'd be that bad. He seems very not well off.
Yes, he was kind of in the center of the shipwreck that happened, so he probably took the most of it.
He looks like he's in a lot of pain right now. Is he?
Part of it is the frustration of not understanding what we're saying.
Oh.
He was also in a coma for a while before this. He's had it rough.
I see. And then she starts speaking a different language that none of you understand. And then frustration at the not recognition.
On a fluke, I say hello in primordial. You know that hello? You know this one? All right, well, I doubt you're going to be able to speak goblin.
I don't have a lot of... I will go see what the market has. And see if I can't do something to fix that.
Well, you don't need to bother yourself too much with it. I can just translate for him. He'll get over it.
Oh. Gosh, it is so convenient that there's just so many elves down here that I can speak to you.
There's elves down here?
Yes. There, you two and the other guy.
I thought you two.
I'm elf. Yeah, I'm also elvish. I mean, we're all down here.
Is she a sea elf?
We are sea elves. Yes.
Okay.
If that's how we would go with it. I think we probably share common lineage.
Yes.
But it just makes it a lot easier to talk this way. But once Shingi gets here, he should be able to help Darius a little more. We have to wait for Shingi to get here also, and then the other elf, when he's done with his excursion, then that'll be everyone will be good to go.
How can we ever repay you?
Oh, you're all in trouble. Obviously I was going to help you. There's nothing. You don't need to repay anything. I just you were hurt, and I wanted to see people not be hurt, I guess.
Temenos finally,
I know you.
The first time in his life, he feels seen. Just saying all this,
yeah. So, I've got things to do. I'm sorry if I'm not going to be around. I'll try to come back as soon as I can. Out of inside the building is dry. There's a lot of dry places in the city, but a lot of it also is just water. And I know you're not going to be able to get around really. So, I will be back when I can. I've got things to do. I can't let other people know that you're here. You're a little secret. But I need to go check up on if anyone has seen Shingi and what was his name? He was he's another survivor. It wasn't. No, what is it? What is his name? It's
Survivor?
Silas. When Silas is done with his thing, then we will all be able to go. And yeah, for now, I have places I gotta be. I will see you all as soon as I can. Hopefully with good news, and maybe even if I can get like a translator conch, I can get that for your friend so he can speak Elvish. All right, I'm very happy for you all. You've been unconscious for a while. It's a lot of moving parts now. I gotta go do my thing. Goodbye.
And as soon as Silas was mentioned, Endien went wide-eyed and shell-shocked and has not moved or spoken since.
You have exhaustion 5.
Maybe the Silas can help us out. Maybe he can join our group after we find Thellum.
Endien's still just staring for him.
Too immobile.
Like trying to think of a response to Temenos be like, oh, maybe Silas can help us.
Well, we can figure out what does happen next time on another episode. Not this one. But if you would like to keep up to date about all the episodes, you can always hit up the IDL at IDL_RPGS. If you, or hashtag bookworms if you want to talk with your fellow friends. If you would like to talk to me about being under the sea, you can always hit me up at Bumblescum. If you would like to get really frustrated, garble noises from someone, you can always try to talk to Adam at Little Growth. If you would like to just munch down on some chow, some sea chow, you can always hit up Kane at Kane_Wallner. If you would like to be completely shell-shocked, you can always get into a conversation with BakaZombie at ZombieBaka, and Kyle's dead. Actually, we fade in on a room that is just a figure, a large figure sitting on the throne, seeing piles of bloody fish people everywhere splattered, a giant mutated octopi torn asunder. We see this figure get up, walk through the water. It's silent. He is large. He is glowing faintly, white flowing hair. He makes his way down the hall, down the stairs back to the outer ring of the palace. There you see more broken coral, blood splattered, bodies flooding this place. This figure walks down the hallway past where everyone entered in from, and instead that wall is shattered. He makes a turn heading inward into the hallway that the crew never went to. There are more bodies, but you see a circle, an outer ring of statues. And there's a center pillar with a ring of statues. And they are, unlike the statues at the entrance, it is more distinct. Each of these figures are more distinct. And slowly, as you go around the ring, after a while, they start being more crudely constructed, and they're more hideous and more fish-like. But going to this first set of statues, every statue behind them has like a bas relief or like some kind of like thing behind them to kind of showcase something about that person. And you see one of them that has two people, and they have a shared thing. One of them is kind of it looks like the statue, like the face has been kind of like debased to a degree. However, the second one looks familiar, and you see a statue of Pazuzu. And in like an old language, you see names written near the base of them. You see this thing, like the shared mural of some like bird entities attacking, and Pazuzu turning the birds against, like flipping, like turning them into snakes, and the other person is there to then direct the snakes back. And you see like this framing of like this important deed that these two heroes did. And the figure is stopping, looking at them, and this was EA. Together we rose this nation to greatness. But unfortunately, EA betrayed me, and thus this entire place went to ruin after greedy and hubris-stricken people wanted to expand and to conquer. It is my fault for bringing the heart of Lamashtu here in the first place, I suppose. And then he pulls, like, holds over this crystal heart and crushes it in his hand. But I suppose we all make terrible choices, and we will all have to deal with them at some point in the future. We are going to have a very, very long time here. So I suppose if it's information you desire, you will have nothing but time to listen, young Thellum. We cut the black.